Hi, in this demo, we would see how we can deploy a containerized application on Mesos using its Marathon framework. For the demo, we are going to use DCOS, which is a distributed operating system based on Apache Mesos. DCOS can be installed on different environment, but for now, we have chosen it to deploy on AWS. And for this deployment, we have used AWS CloudFormation templates. On the screen, we see the AWS console where the DCOS is being installed using the CloudFormation template, and in the output we see the DNS address for the master node and the public slave's DNS address. On the screen we now see a DCOS dashboard which gives us the CPU, memory and disk allocation along with other details. Our cluster has been created using 3 nodes which are listed here. Before deploying the containerized application, I would like to mention that we have already deployed a service called Marathon LB, using which we can access the application from the external world. Now, to deploy a containerized service or the application, let us click on the plus sign here. We now need to choose one of the 4 options shown on the screen. We can either create a single container or multi-container application. We can also give a JSON configuration file for our application deployment, or we can choose a package which has already pre-configured details to deploy our application. For now, we'll just click on single container. We now need to give a service ID. Let's give web here. We'll keep instance as 1. For the image, we're going to use Nginx for the Alpine. We'll now move to networking, in which we'll select the networking type as bridge, and then we'll select on add service endpoint, in which we'll give container port is 80. Service endpoint name can be given anything. We'll give web here for now, and now we'll enable the load balancing for our service. We'll now skip the volumes and the health check section and directly jump to the environment section. In that, we'll add few labels using which our application would be available from the external world. One such label is HAProxy underscore group, which would be set to external, and another label would be HAProxy underscore 0 underscore vhost, which would be set to public slave DNS name, which is given to us from the CloudFormation template output. We'll select on that and then make an entry here, and then click on review and run. After the review, we can click on run service. Our web service is now running. We can now access our web service using the public slave's DNS address. Let's put on the browser and access it. And as expected, we see the welcome to Nginx page, which is coming from our application or the service we deployed using Marathon framework of Mesos. Let us now go back to the GUI and select on more actions option for the web service and click on scale. We can scale the instance from 1 to 2 and then click on scale service. Our service is now scaled and we are running 2 containers for our application. Going again to the more actions option here, and we can click on delete. To delete our application, we need to confirm it by giving the service name, and then we can click on delete service, and with this our web service would be deleted. So in this demo we have seen how we can deploy a containerized application on Mesos using its Marathon framework.